all-time meeting between these two, the first here in nearly 30 years, and USC controls the tap. This is Arenas. Now Asar.
He likes contact, Dave. Gets to that free throw line and lost that one going up.
He is a very physical player, likes to call his style bully ball. Bruce Thornton for the Buckeyes. The shot clock has not moved. I think at some point someone's going to figure that out, but it is right now at 30. None of the referees have seen it, and now Jeffrey Anderson with the eagle eyes.
No, Dave, you had the eagle eye. Called it before everybody in the gym. There was some fans pointing, though.
Yes, yeah. I think I was third. I think it was the third person to catch it. So we'll get that sorted out, and the guys will figure out where the shot clock should be, and that gives us time to show you Jake Diebler, who's had a tough 24 hours during practice yesterday. Bruce Thornton, Tayson Chapman diving for a loose ball, and Diebler was coaching another player, had his back turned, got hit in the knee. He has torn ligaments in his knee, his MCL. He said, I'll worry about it in the off season. But pretty amazing when you think about a mid-February practice and you've got a senior captain diving after a loose ball.
That's Bruce Thornton, and that speaks volume by Coach Diebler. Well, during shoot-around, he was shooting jump shots.
Yeah, you would have never known.
Never known.
I was asking him about that. He said, well, they weren't really jump shots. There's not a lot of verticality on the jumper, which is a fair point. He said it, I didn't.
Dave, I feel bad for his team because he's going to say, I'm tough. I got a torn MCL, and I'm fighting through it.
That was the whole thing. People who were there said he popped right up and said, I'll be all right, but went and spent some time with the trainer. So shot clock has been fixed here. We're at 8, and John Mobley, a little bit of a weird shot there. Looked like he came up a little gimpy, holding his knee.
I mean, you saw he couldn't get his balance when he got a chance to shoot that one. And he's still grimacing right now.
Foul on Christoph Tilley after the shot, so we will keep an eye on Mobley. Looks like he's all right in front of us guarding Cam Woods.
Ohio State in this 2-3 zone. Somebody has to penetrate. And the Trojans.
There's Kofi, really versatile player, and he leaves it for Dines, who knows what to do with it at 7'5".
That's such a luxury. I mean, you get into the lane, you just throw it up high where nobody else can get it, and Dines finished.
It's the 5th start of the year for the transfer from Youngstown State. And went to high school outside of Cleveland.
And Dave, upset because that's Arena's first foul. They need him on both ends, being able to guard John Mobley Jr. and Bruce Thornton, and also score the ball.
There's Royal. That one doesn't go, and the rebound to Asar.
Devin Royal has been struggling with his three-point shot. 2 for 30. 2 for 20 in his threes in his last six games.
Here's Woods, not a great shooter himself, but that one rolls in.
He's not, but he got that one to go. Gave him a lot of room. Interesting matchup right now with Woods and Bruce Thornton.
Woods now 5 of 28 on the year. Royal, that's his game inside.
Yeah, Dave, you called it. I love him down there on the block, mid-range. He's still going to have to knock down some threes, but that's his bread and butter.
Woods into the lane over Tilley and high off the glass for Cam Woods.
Cam Woods is making it look easy. Just get into the lane and patient, very patient.
Remember, Cam Woods joined the mid-season, had 33 points in the game against Iowa. Came down to the wire. It was a tough loss for SC as Tilley gets Dines in the air, and Christoph Tilley will go to the line.
Put anything. I had his game against Maryland. I thought that was one of his best games. Overall, I mean, he got it off the glass. He defended. He was engaged. Loved the way he played against Maryland.
Trojans have made their last 3 from the field. And as soon as we say that, they miss. Asar missing, but it's an area where they're really good, the offensive glass, an area where Ohio State struggles, the defensive glass. There's Arenas. The pull-up left it short. And Bruce Thornton can't track it down. Woods has another offensive rebound for SC. Arenas hanging in the.
He's a freshman with just coming out there playing. That just tells you he has a great feel for the game. You know, freshmen can be here. You're still a freshman. I mean, he's only played in 6 games. This is his 7th. But he just moves different, and his wingspan is something to see.
That one doesn't go for Mobley, and it's tracked down in the corner by Woods, but he stepped out of bounds. I was asking Eric Musselman today, hey, he's taken 40 shots over the last 2 games. Has had too much volume for him. He said, I want him to shoot it more.
Yes.
Turnover there as Assar comes out of there with it for SC. Good start for the Trojans on the road. They've been one of the better road teams in the Big Ten this year. Assar from the stripe, but both of those were pure.
He's 6'9", not a 7-footer, not 7'1", and once he catches it down there, he either gets fouled or he scores. He's shooting 62% from the field.
How does Ohio State get going on this end?
Well, I think right now it's all Bruce Thornton. He has to make things happen for himself and other players.
As if on cue, but he can't get it to go, and then DeGovan misses the point-blank tip. And USC tried to build on the early 7-point lead. Assar going downhill, but he lost it. Here come the Buckeyes. Royal spinning his way through. Now Thornton, he'll try a 3. That one doesn't go. Good box out by Dines, but it comes out to Ohio State. And Mobley says, let's slow things down.
It's a good pass out to Royal.
Cannot get it to go, so the struggles shooting for the Buckeyes continue as Assar takes a tumble.
Frame is really bothering him, and I think for Ohio State, the guy I think right now is Bynum. They got to try to use him a little bit more because he's the one guy I think can also make shots he's not in right now.
He hasn't done much here these last couple games, just 10 points over the last 2. Here's Arenas. That one rims out. Nice rebound for Royal. Let's see if Ohio State gets something going. They haven't made a field goal in their last 5 possessions. And now Arenas coming up with a steal on Thornton.
Well, that was not easy. You talking about him picked him clean and draws the foul.
Need Elijah to be going and to be going 100%. And the only way, it's kind of the metaphorical throwing him into the deep end and seeing if he can swim.
It is. I mean, sometimes you look at shots and you can't run to the stat sheet. He didn't play bad, just didn't make shots. And then obviously you see the last 2 games, made spots. Devin Royal, I think he got to make his bread and butter right now until he gets his confidence back at the 3-point line at the mid-range. Mid-range level, he's really good.
4 points for him. And in double figures 3 of the last 4. He was pretty good against Michigan in that loss over the weekend. Speaking of Michigan, Terrence Williams, the Michigan transfer, in there for USC. Here's Arenas on the move. Got caught too far down and under. Didn't hit the rim. Shot clock at 5. That one doesn't go. And DeGovan the rebound. Jason Chapman has been red hot of late. One's too strong, but
yeah, I like him because he can create his own shot, uses the pump fake extremely well.
There's Chapman, battled injuries throughout his career, tries to go over Dines. That's a bad idea.
It is. He just swallowed him up on that block.
Man, we have an incredible Friday Night Wrestling doubleheader coming your way this week. First, the Buckeyes colliding with the Nittany Lions, 1 versus 2 in the nation. Then it's Michigan and Iowa. Coverage begins with the wrestling pregame, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Ohio State off to a phenomenal start as Tilly has it blocked inside by Kofi. College wrestling ever. But Shane's saying he sees a narrow path for the Buckeyes, so we'll see Friday night, but a lot of anticipation around that one. Now Woods steps out.
Like Ohio State has played better defensively in the man-to-man versus that zone in the last 3 or 4 possessions. Their problem has been on this end offensively. They can't catch any rhythm. Maybe with Arenas not on John Mobley Jr. as a smaller defender, maybe he can get going.
They're 1 of their last 9. And now a turnover. What a great play by Assar. 3-on-1, and that one goes as Cam Woods gets his second field goal.
Quick hands by Assar.
Tilly inside. There's nowhere to go for Ohio State here. Now Chapman for three. That is a big shot.
He just has a Dave a feel of being able to get a shot with not a lot of dribbles. Plays well without it. He's going to have to get more playing time, and I think also be more of a part of the offense.
See if Ohio State can build off of it after that miss. Here's Thornton on the move, and Thornton for USC, a guy who's amazingly on his 6th school, and meanwhile the guy at the line on his 1st school. Thornton, the first ever 4-time captain here at Ohio State, finally gets his first point of the game.
Can't say enough about.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
Thornton. I mean, just knowing this kid since he was in the 10th, 11th grade down at Milton, Georgia, and you look at, I mean, he's moving up. There's some names he has already passed, and now he got a chance to be #1 overall when it's all said and done.
He does. They're guaranteed 9 more games if you were to say one Big Ten tourney game. I mean, again, I think there's a great chance they play in the postseason and play more games than that. But just saying, at the minimal number of games that they're guaranteed, he'd need to average just under 19 per game, and he's over that at this point to become the all-time leading scorer in Ohio State history. And what an accomplishment that would be. And now the Buckeyes come up with the turnover, and here comes Thornton.
Well, Johnson doing a nice job on that, got the deflection.
And he gets it to go. Bruce Thornton, 4 quick points, and Ohio State climbs back within 2.
I think they have to play a little bit faster against this USC defense. Half court, it's been hard for them to score.
7-0 run for the Buckeyes. Here's Woods inside the arc, well off the mark, and Chapman the rebound. Ohio State, despite the slow start, could take the lead with a 3. Bynum spinning in, and Kofi.
There's some great alumni. They have some unbelievable players here. And you talked about Michael Redd, one of my favorite players to watch in college and one of my favorite human beings just to be around.
Well, Jake Giebler was talking today. We were talking about Bruce Thornton and his quest to become the all-time scorer here as Mason Chapman ties it up. And I don't think there's anyone who has more respect for the history of Ohio State basketball than Jake Giebler. And he was just talking kind of reverentially about all the different superstars that come through here. And we saw a few of them in that group. And it just really speaks to how good Bruce Thornton has been.
Got to talk about Clark Kellogg, Jim Jackson, Brad Sellers, John Havlicek, who just keeps going on and on and on.
Jerry Lucas, I mean, it is amazing how many great players they've had. Evan Turner, did we mention Evan Turner?
You got to mention Evan Turner, a big guard who can handle the point. I like big guards, dude.
Yeah, I wonder why. Here's Assar. USC stopped a 9-0 run on that last possession as Arenas can't hit, and Royal the other way. Here comes Bynum, big freshman spinning through and lays it in.
Give a lot of credit to Coach Diebler. He has gone with a small lineup, and it's paying dividends for them. Definitely an offensive end.
On this end, USC started 3 of 4. They're just 2 of 10 since then. Here's Woods. Now Arenas, halfway through this first half in Columbus. And Bynum knocks it away, and Ohio State a chance to move on top. And Chapman had it knocked out of bounds by Woods.
You're watching right now. Amari Bynum catches it, and that's what I love about him. He can handle the basketball and make plays. He's 6'8", plays the power forward, but he has the skill set of a 3. This is a beautiful move. I mean, they are going really small right now.
Interesting strategy, and it certainly has worked here as they've climbed back in this game. Ohio State's never led. Royal on the baseline, and Kofi fouled them.
You know, something right now you watching for Ohio State that Devin Royal played the power forward position last year for the Buckeyes, and the move to the 3 has definitely worked on it, but he's comfortable down there banging, playing in the paint, playing off elbows.
Trouble getting it in, but Thornton has it for the Bucks. Driving on Woods. Thornton to the turnaround, and it goes. is 6 for Bruce Thornton, and he is now the 5th all-time leading scorer in Ohio State history, past Kelvin Ramsey. 1,935 points. Kelvin Ramsey's a pretty good player himself.
Yes.
I mean, again, the list just goes on and on. Marsh can't get it to go. Asar battling for the rebound, and a foul inside on the Bucks. Has such a fondness for him. There was a great Journey story this week if you saw it. They obviously do such a wonderful job with the storytelling and talking about Bruce Thornton and his recruitment. He said that Jake Diebler was in touch with him constantly as Arenas lost it and have seen back in for OSU, so he is playing with 2 fouls as Arenas misses for the first time from the line tonight.
What a wing combination that can be for the future. Arenas and also Chad Baker-Mazar. Both guys can make shots. Both guys can make plays off the bounce.
3 out of the corner doesn't go for Royal. And the Trojans coming the other way, trying to build on the slim 1-point lead. Asar bullying his way through and gets it to go.
Shoulders, Dave, shoulders.
We go back to the football discussion we were having earlier. He is a physical player. Bynum will try the 3 and hit.
Trojans coaching staff talking to Gabe Dine saying, hey, close out. Put your hands up. You're 7-5.
Trojans have hit their last 5 from the field. Arenas trying to make it 6. That one well off the mark. Well, Puff's a savvy veteran. He's been around, but unable to get the call there. All even at 31. Ohio's taken off to a really bad start, but since then, been very even here. Thornton for 3. Rattles out. Govin trying to keep it alive, but it goes to Woods for the Trojans. Woods on the move, stepping through, and a blocking foul. It's insufficient.
He's seen it all.
He has.
Been
Bi-coastal.
everywhere. Yes.
1 of 2 there, and we wind down final 4 minutes of this first half. Off the turnover, here comes Asar. How about Woods? Has been on the team for half of their games. He's tied for the team lead in steals. As Asar hits inside.
Everybody trying to draw a charge of Asar. Bruce Thornton on that play. Not happening.
Chapman, step back. Well off the mark. Can hit from 3 as well, shade under 30%, but it is really fluid. I mean, he's a guy you can see where that percentage will go up throughout his career. Where do the Buckeyes go here?
Yeah, I think it's Bruce Thornton. In some kind of way, when the shot clock comes down, he's going to should come get this basketball.
Mobley with the shot clock under 10. Here comes Thornton around the screen. Thornton into the lane, gets his man in the air, and gets it to go.
You obviously want all the wins, but like you said, no quad 1 or 2 wins. That's going to be tough. That's going to put a lot of pressure on them.
So the second half underway. Royal did a lot of damage inside the arc in that first half. Driving in on Dines. And the big man called for the foul.
I mean, that's tough right there. Good job by Devin Royal. If you watch this play, Dave, he just jumps up and puts his arm on top of his shoulder and comes down. And Dave Dines said, what did I do?
What am I supposed to do? That is 3 fouls on Dines. Eric Musselman keeping him out there. Mobley for 3. Does not go, so Mobley still struggling from the outside. Has yet to hit a 3 in this game after he didn't hit one against Michigan for just the 2nd time in his career and the 1st time all season.
That was a good look.
Inside Dines, wheeling, dealing, had it blocked away. Good defense by Tilley, and it'll go to the Buckeyes.
Tilley was all over that one. Dines nowhere to go. Thought he should have threw that one out.
Well defended by Christoph Tilley. See if they can get him going on the offensive end. Has just the 2 free throws.
It was execution for the Buckeyes right now. They only have 5 assists. Everything has kind of been one-on-one.
Here's Royal over Dines.
Good finish by Devin Royal.
Into double figures for the 19th time this year, back to a 1-point game. This is familiar territory for USC. Their last 7 games have been decided by 1 or 2 possessions, as Arenas now has 11.
That shot is there for him anytime he wants. A 6'6". It's a really nice first step. When he gets to his spot, he just has to jump up and shoot over guys.
Thornton trying to answer, cannot. Asar the other way with a head of steam, nearly loses it. And now they'll set things up out top. Here's Kofi. Arenas thought about it. Student section wanted to travel, but he kept that pivot foot down. Arenas, well done.
He glides. His first step, his second step, he takes up so much space. With a good feel to be able to maneuver around bodies.
Talked about needing to get Tilly going, and he hits that one. So Christoph Tilly, now 6 of his last 9 from 3. He started the year 5 of 39. Kofi trying to answer, can't do it. Tilly the rebound, and the Buckeyes with a chance to tie or take the lead. Mobley on the hesitation, but he loses it from behind, and now Asar's got it.
Pass.
Asar inside, swatted away. It will stay. Look good. John Mobley is in some serious pain. Foul on Arenas. That is his second, so Mobley being tended to. Kind of massaging it. Looks like maybe a finger out of joint there.
Watch the drive. I don't see anything on that play.
We will keep an eye on what's going on there. A very important piece for Ohio State. Tilly trying to back his way down with the shot clock under 10. Here's Bynum. He'll try a 3. Rebound snare by Arenas. Man, is he smooth.
Oh, yes.
He misses the turnaround. But
Talking about 6'6", behind his back twice in traffic.
now Thornton's just stripped away by Asar, and he will score easily on the other end. Ezra Asar with 13, and USC back out to a 4-point advantage.
Ripped away there.
It was. Here's Royal. That one rolls in.
Love to see more of that. I mean, down low, he's a load, even though he's only 6'6". Plays with great pace. He's confident down there playing with guys much bigger than him.
Dozen points for the former Ohio Mr. Basketball. Woods hit one in the first half. That one well off the mark. And Bynum the other way for the Buckeyes.
He shoots it at 15% from 3.
Thornton hanging in the air. Double figures for Thornton, back even at 49.
Buckeye staying in his zone right now. Love to see if they can get Arenas somewhere right at the nail. They have Woods right now, just a little bit too small to catch it there.
Shot clock under 10. Kofi on the baseline, working on Tilly. 5 to shoot. Kofi not there. Battle for the board, and it will.
Gets it jammed right there, you can tell. On that angle. We didn't see it from the last angle, but that's where he heard it.
So has not come back in the game. Asar inside. Cut off there by Tilly. Arenas with 2 to shoot. I don't think he knows it. Now he figured it out and misses it. Did not hit the rim, so that is a shot clock violation.
Yeah, I think he was trying to figure out, let me see, do I drive it, but Boots Thornton up under him. Only 1 second left. That's the tough ones you get when somebody kick it out to you.
Yes, the old hot potato.
It's the one
Here, you do something with this.
I throw it right back to you.
I'm not going to be the one. Bruce Thornton into double figures for the 99th time in his career. Big second half here from both teams. Inside, Tilley cannot get it to go on.
God, he was playing with a lot of confidence. Didn't play bad against Michigan. Didn't play well, but they need him. They want to go far.
6-0 run for the Buckeyes to put them back on top. They've led for less than a minute in this game. Woods not there. Battle for the board. Puff Johnson. Arenas got Thornton on him. Pulling up and leaving it short. And a foul inside. Goes on Ohio State. That's 3 on Puff Johnson.
One of those games, Puff.
Here's Kofi. Spinning in on Bynum to the fadeaway. It's long. And Royal rebounds for Ohio State.
Good rebound. Solid box out.
Thornton gets his man in the air. Now kicks it for Johnson. And Puff Johnson gets the 3, and Ohio State has its largest lead of the game.
He deserved that one, Dave.
He did.
All the charges and 9 calls and all the hitting on the floor and fouls called. Puff needed that one.
There's some Carmen work for Puff. This year, with all 18 teams qualifying, so we'll get things started on Tuesday. Of course, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, our big days here on the Big Ten Network, including wall-to-wall on Thursday and Friday.
Good job by the Trojans defensively.
And they get a turnover. Here's Kofi ahead of the pack.
Kofi did everything. Deflection, got it. And then the speed to get a nice, easy dunk.
A dozen now for Jacob Kofi. There's field goal for USC in nearly 4 minutes of game time. So that one's not at the bottom there, would play on Tuesday. So USC and Ohio State among the group that would start on Wednesday as Bynum throws down the jam.
Great out of bounds play. You basically get a triple bye, huh, Dave?
Triple bye.
They have a Big Ten tournament when I play.
Preferable to a triple bypass. You'd rather have the triple bye, I would say. Right. Here's Arenas. Knocked away by Bynum. Arenas again. Shot clock under 10. And Arenas back to the free throw line.
I mean, his handles are tight for a guy that size in traffic, Dave.
The Big Ten, they're second in the nation in terms of percentage of points that come at the free throw line. Arenas 1 of 2, and the lead is 2. Now ahead of the pack again, it's Bynum.
You don't want to give up those free ones if you're the Trojans. You know, off that miss, you still had a chance to get back. No communication.
Arenas weaving through. Can't get it to go. Thornton keeps it
In the first half. So far early, 2 of 4 in the second half.
See if the Trojans could get going on this end. I'm amazed at how uninterested you were in the chicken sandwiches. I mean, you just went right back to the basketball.
Yeah, you know, you usually get excited when you think the guy's going to miss the free throw. I didn't think he was going to miss those.
58-57, Ohio State up 1. USC led virtually the entire way in the first half, but a good second half for the Bucks. Mobley, finger injury and all, hits his first 3 of the game after going without it.
Yep, that is sorry.
Mobley's got Marsh on him. Mobley. There's Cups. Shot clock at 7. Got to get it going. Arenas knocks it out of bounds. 5 seconds to shoot. I'm not sure that didn't help Ohio State because they had nothing going there.
Nowhere to go. He had him pinned on that sideline. That whole side wouldn't let him get back to the middle. one-possession game. These teams, 5 games, 8 games for the Trojans. They're 7-1 in one-possession games.
That's pretty remarkable.
Yes,
right?
indeed.
You think about Ohio State, some of those close losses, up 3 in the final minute against North Carolina, up 3 with 8 minutes to go against Nebraska, games they lost. That one, we would not have been excited about quadruple overtime, just given the time of night.
61-58. Buckeyes offense has been much better in this second half.
Royal cut off there. Here's Thornton. The shot clock at 10. Thornton scoops it up. No, battling for the rebound, and it will be USC ball.
Thornton got a good angle, but then the help from Kofi coming over just kind of made him scoop it, and he couldn't go back and get it.
Arenas going to try a 3. Asar, the offensive rebound, back up with it. No, wanted to foul, didn't get the call. Mobley into a 3, and he hits.
That was big for Ohio State and Mobley. He had to create his own three-point shot off the dribble.
Buckeyes now 4 of 6 behind the arc in this second half as Mobley has come to life, and the lead is up to a half dozen. Marsh on the move. Rebound Chapman.
Good throw ahead.
Bynum can't get the roll, gets it back, no, sticking with it. Ball on the floor, and the Trojans come out of there with it. Missed opportunity there for Ohio State.
Some kind of way. The Trojans going a little bit too much one-on-one right now, but Woods delivers on that one.
Cam Woods into double figures for the 4th time. Buckeyes have really gotten hot behind the arc in this second half. They were 2 of 13 in the first half. Alley-oop Royal, who lays it in. They're jockeying for NCAA tourney positioning. And Jake Diebler was saying today, we were talking about that Michigan game, and he just felt like his team was not physical enough and felt like it would be different here tonight. He really expected them to come out and play well early. They didn't play well in the first half, but been very good here in the second half, Steve.
And he talked about not sharing it enough. Making plays, good defense by Asar.
Here's Johnson for 3. It goes! Puff Johnson with a big 3.
Good job by Puff. Shot that one like he knew it was going in, confident.
Arenas answers on the other end. Make it 19 now for Elijah Arenas. Happy to report Cam Woods still in the game as well for USC after getting hit just before our break. One does not go for Thornton, and the rebound to USC.
Right now you can see John Mobley Jr. guarding Arenas. See if he can get to his spot.
Shot clock at 10. Here's Woods. And Mobley on him. Woods behind the back into the lane. Left it short. It'll be USC ball. And Jake Diebler looking over at his assistants to see whether or not they should review that one.
Shot clock running down. That's a deep one from Puff. Look at the little hop bounce. He knew it was going in.
Marsh has to put it up there, and he hits. Marsh draws USC to within 1.
Big time shot. Shot clock running out. And no hesitation for Jordan Marsh. Had a good second half.
40% three-point shooter hitting that one. Tilly right around his man. Nicely done.
Good job by him.
And Kofi all turned around there. Nassar in on Tilly, cannot get it to go. Mobley the rebound.
They'll use his size. That knocked off his spot. They'll use his size. He asking for a sub right now. A little tired going up the court on this one.
Both teams will be shooting from here on in.
My space right here.
Bynum backing his way in. 9 to shoot. Here's Royal. Gets the roll.
He's really good. In traffic. Broad shoulders, creating space. It's a big bucket for the Buckeyes and Devin Royal.
Tonight he became the 5th all-time leading scorer in Ohio State history. Basketball on the Big Ten Network brought to you by the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center and the James. Thornton able to hit them both.
He's excellent at the free throw line. Shoots it at 82%. And now let's see, it's interesting for now USC without Nassar. They have the offense, but we'll see how Gabe will be able to play pick and rolls with his size and mobility.
6-0 run. They trap Arenas and they get the turnover. 2-on-1. Bynum and Thornton. Bynum throws it down. They were successful with the first one. Woods out top now, handling it for USC. Where do they go? Marsh hit a 3 a moment ago. Marsh jitterbugging his way.
A little press right now from the Trojans.
Knocked away there by Kofi.
You know, some guys have played good basketball, and I think right now is offensively they have been good, but I thought defensively so far in the second half, they have definitely picked it up.
With the ball deflected there, they were able to get the extra time to get it across. That negated the number 2 team in the nation and likely the number 1 team in the nation if they get a win tonight.
Devin Royal, 19 points. He shot it extremely well from the field, 8-11 in the free throw line. That's just 3 threes, but other than that, he's played well.
Arenas was tripped on his.
Bizarre because he's one of those guys that can stretch it 37%. Then also make a play off the bounce.
Baker Mazara sitting this game out, second straight game he has missed. They expect him back for the Illinois game. Again, a press here from SC, and Ohio State able to break it with a few seconds to spare. 3 minutes to go in the game. 7-point lead for the Buckeyes, looking to get a quad 2 win. Tilly on the lob, and Dines erases it.
He gobbled that one up.
Dines very slow to get up.
He's hurting.
USC playing 4-on-5. Dines does make it into the front court. Marsh, the 3 ball. This points in the second half. Another press here from USC.
Devin Royal did a nice job, now down to 15 seconds.
Here's Mobley. Mobley blocked from behind. Nice defense for Marsh.
Really good job by Marsh. Did not give up on that play. Thought John Mobley Jr. didn't feel him back there. Could have pump faked and got a foul. Ooh, maybe got hit across the head. That was a good job by Marsh.
Dines knocking it away from Tilly. 2 more seconds. Run off the clock. 8 seconds to shoot here. Jake Diebler's team. But we do have that shot clock now fixed at 21.
Here we go.
We are ready to get back to action here. Critical last buck 48 for both sides. Back to action we go. Mercifully.
Big possession right here. Back to play, 87-8, 80-78.
Thornton, shot clock under 10 in a Humi. So Bruce Thornton just 4 points here in the second half. Rolls home the critical front end. 13 points now for Thornton. Got them both.
Ohio State back to a man-to-man.
Arenas.
Off the curl, live ball.
Arenas spinning into the lane, left it short, out of bounds. And now Ohio State. 10 to go. The three ball goes from Arenas.
Pressure from Bruce Thornton all over him. No dribble. Just to show the ball, pump fake, show the ball, and just rise up and knock it down. 1 point game.
First three of the game for Elijah Arenas. Under a minute to go. 1 point game. Here's Thornton around the Tilly screen. Thornton on the move. He was bumped out top by.
Nice little rub play.
And Thornton trying to finish off a critical three-point play.
Could have called an offensive foul on that play. Could have from Devin Royal. Really wasn't posting up, Dave. He was definitely trying to run the screen.
85-81. Arenas again. Does not go. Rebound to Royal. And he turns it over. And Arenas is tripped. It'll go. Left that one short. Rebound to Thornton. And Thornton's foul. Make it 8 of 8. Don't forget, we got Northwestern and Michigan coming up next here on the Big Ten Network. The Wolverines, #2 team in the country, down 1 to the Wildcats. Get you out there as soon as we are done. We promise to expedite it. Thornton hitting them both. 5-point lead.
Got a little zone.
Arenas turns it over, and that should do it.
It's a bad turnover right there for him.
Now Thornton is trapped, still no foul, and finally the trophy, and really done a great job defensively as well.
Yeah, so far in that second half, defensively, they just turned it up. A little mixture of man-to-man and also zone, but defensively, they was much better in that second half.
Thornton now 20 points. 10th time this year he's hit the 20-point mark. A little bit above his average.
Very quiet 20, Dave. Just going along about his business.
Just what he does. 11 at the free throw line from those 21 points now for him. And Ohio State gets a much needed win